right. So today your learning target is I can find the perimeter of complex figures, okay? Seriously, like one of my favorite things because it's like a puzzle. Trying to figure out how to chop up your shapes and find the perimeter is just fun. It's very fun to me, okay? So I'm going to show you two examples so you can see kind of what we're talking about. And then I'm going to cut you loose to work with your table partner. My apologies ahead of time. I know your circles aren't going to look as good as mine. Just freehand them the best you can, you guys. You can draw a full circle and then just erase that portion if you want. Kind of looks like a sideways Pac-Man. Okay? Yeah. Really, what we're doing is that's 3/4 of a circle right there. Okay?
It's half a pie. No, never mind.
3/4 of a pie.
Yeah.
All right. So, my question to you is, we need to find. Well, what we need to find here is the perimeter. Okay. Circumference is just a fancy word for the perimeter of a circle. So if we're going to find the distance around this whole figure, we're going to be going around the circumference of the circle 3/4 of the way. We're going to go here and we're going to go here. So the first step I would say is let's find the circumference of the circle and then we'll just take 3/4 of it, okay? So I'm going to start with the circumference, which I know is circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, which in this case is 3. Let's see, where's my calculator? Okay, so pi, or so 2 times 3.14 for pi times 3, okay, and you get 18.84, okay. So the circumference of this object is approximately 18 84/100ths, okay? Well, we didn't go all the way around this circle. Like if you look at this, we only went 3/4 of the way around this circle. So I can't use the whole circumference. I have to just do 3/4 of this circumference. So I'm going to take this circumference and I'm going to multiply by 75/100ths, which is the same as 3/4, okay? So now what I have is this length all around here is approximately 14. So what I did is I multiplied by 0.75. And I got approximately 14 13/100ths, which is kind of hard to see. Let me make it a little darker for you. Okay. Now, we're not done yet because this is the distance around this portion, but then we come in for 3 inches. And then this is also 3 inches because the radius is always the same. So the radius is 3 here, the radius is going to be 3 here. Okay, so I have 14 13/100ths plus 3 plus 3. And I'm going to get that the perimeter is approximately 20 13/100ths inches. Did that make sense? Yes? Yes, Pranish? Because you want the distance around the whole Pac-Man figure. So this is 3/4 of the circumference, and then this is 3 inches, and that's 3 inches. We're doing the whole distance around. Maddie?
Do you have to find the circumference first, or can you do it like the other way?
You can find the circumference at any point. Wait, ask again?
Do you have to find the circumference first, or can you do the other?
Do the other stuff first?
I forgot the other stuff.
Well, it's really just the 3 and 3. So it's up to you. You can do that first if you want. Okay, so that's one type of problem you may encounter. And then I have another example for you. just freehand these the best you can. My thing is broken, so it's kind of funky. Okay. Okay. You're given a couple different things here. The radius is 9 millimeters. So we're going to use that radius to find the circumference, but we only have half a circle here. So once we find the circumference, we're going to want to divide that by 2. Then if this length is 13, then this is 13. And if the radius is 9, that means the diameter is 18. And if this length is 18, then this length is 18. So we're assuming that these are all right angles here and that these are rectangles. This is a rectangle that we're looking at, okay? So I was given this and this, but I was able to find all of these. So now what I have to do is I have to find half of the circumference so I can get this part right here of the perimeter, okay? Yeah. So you find the circumference and divide by 2. Well, you can either use the diameter, which is 18, and multiply it by pi, or you can do the radius. So 2 pi times the radius. So 2 times 3.14 times 9. Okay, so the circumference here is approximately 56 5200ths. But like I said, we're only using half of that. So I'm going to divide this circumference by 2. And I'm getting 28, so approximately 28 and 2600ths, okay? Which means that's this distance right here. So this right here is 28 and 2600ths from this point to this point. Now all I have to do is add those up. So I have this plus 13 plus 18 plus 13. Okay. So plus 13 plus 18 plus 13. So that means I'm getting a perimeter that is approximately 72 and 2600ths millimeters. Okay. Any questions for me on that? Okay. Then you guys can spend the rest of the class time working with your table partner to go through the slide deck and see if you guys can find the perimeter of each one of those. I put the answers on the very last slide. So once you solve one, see if you got it right. And then I'll be walking around, so ask me lots of questions.